Hi, my name is Wendy Ann Clark, and this is my channel Transformation, where I talk about how God desires that you would be transformed into the image of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit. And my goal here today is to bring a short daily reflection that I hope will encourage you to continue pursuing the person of Jesus every day and that you would be changed over time. And today I want to talk about how someone once asked George Mueller the secret of his service to God. And Mueller replied, while physically he bent lower and lower and lower until he was almost touching the floor. And as he was bending down, this is what he said. He said, "There was a day when I died. I utterly died to George Mueller, to his opinions, to his preferences and tastes and will. I died to the world, its approval or censure. I died to the approval or blame of even my brethren and my friends. Since then, I have studied to show myself approved only unto God." That's what he said. When we completely die to ourselves and when we live for God and his approval alone, we will get better at everything that we do. Would anyone, just think about this, would anyone be a lazy housekeeper who lived for God's approval? He will help a person to be better at cleaning and organizing and to doing a good job. Would anyone procrastinate as a student or as a worker who lived for God's approval? He will help us to use our time well, to not find ourselves up against this huge time crunch that was of our own making. He can prevent that. Would anyone betray the confidence of a friend if he or she was living for God's approval? Would anyone neglect spending time with the people they love? Would they be crusty to their neighbors? Would they be difficult to work with? Would they be rebellious towards a boss? Do you see how focusing on living a life that's pleasing to God and pleasing to God only leads us to live out our life in the Spirit? A life that will be of love and joy and peace and patience and gentleness and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and self-control? I'm not talking about working so that we can try to earn our salvation. I'm talking about a life that begins over time to naturally flow out of a love for God and a desire to glorify him in everything that we do. And this kind of life begins simply by asking God today and then every day after, "God, what do you have for me to do today? How can I please you today?" A friend of mine spoke of when a woman in her neighborhood died, and the neighbors, when they talked about their last encounter with this woman, all of them had like a crusty, unpleasant encounter with her. Is that how we want to be perceived by the people that we meet? Do you see how what I do just today, that could be the impression that I leave with someone for all of time? So if we will just focus on living a life today that's pleasing to God today, and it's pleasing only to God, and we do that today, and we do that the next day, and we do that the next day, then everything that we do in our lives, we will do it better because we'll do it to serve and please the Lord. I hope I've given you something to think about today. I hope I've encouraged you today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit like if you liked it. Share it if you think somebody else might like it. Subscribe if you just want to help me out on YouTube, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post new content. And please do go and watch some of my other content. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.